All right, good morning. So welcome to Strength and Balance. This morning we are going to be using some weights. We're going to start with a little bit of cardio, get the heart rates up. Then we're going to grab our weights, do a little bit of work with the weights standing. Then we'll move down to the floor with the weights, and then we'll finish off with no weights on the floor. So just the first half of the class will start off standing, second half on the floor. Make sure you drink water throughout class. Please make sure you listen to your body for the weight movements. I will give you a 10, I think, for most of the exercises, 10 repetitions. If you feel comfortable and can do a little bit more, please be my guest. If that 10 is too many, please do less. So just pay attention to how your body's feeling. I know I've said this before, at home, we all have different size weights, so we don't have the luxury to have a whole array of weights in front of us. So just play around with how your body is feeling. And let's warm up. Standing up, we'll start with those arm circles. We'll start off with left and right, arms overhead, right and left. Big circles, wake up the shoulders. Wake up the body. Hopefully we all had a good weekend. Each time you bring an arm overhead, try to increase that range of motion. Whoops. One more each side. Then a soft bend in the knee, and swimmers, one arm forward, one arm back. And release. We're going to circle that right arm, so we'll stay on the right. Big circles all the way up, around, and down. We'll do 10 on the right and 10 on the left. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 10. Same thing on the opposite side. Big circle. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 10. Let's roll the shoulders back. So up, around, and down. Up, around, and down. And hold the shoulders down and back. Take your head, look left and right. Keep the shoulders down. And release. Arms come out at shoulder height, palms facing the floor, and small circles in one direction. And opposite direction. And release, but keep your arms out to the side. Turn your hands so the palms are face forward. Now give yourself a hug. So bring the right arm on top of the left. Give yourself a hug. Then bring the arms back out to the side. Now bring them back just a little bit so you're opening up the chest. Hands are lower than the shoulders. And give yourself a hug. The left arm is now on top. And release. Right arm is on top. And left arm is on top. And release. Alternate, let's bring the arms overhead. So shift your weight onto that left foot, right arm comes overhead, and then the opposite side. One more each side. Then we are going to twist through the hips, pivot on that back foot, and reach across. Then the opposite side. One more each side, and then we'll go all the way around. So 2 overhead and 2 across. Overhead and across. One more time, all the way around. And heels to the front. So alternate, bringing the heels forward, a little bend in that standing knee, straighten out the leg of the heel that we are, of the foot that we are driving that heel down to the floor. You can chop the arms. One more each side. And now kick it. So instead of bringing a heel forward, we're going to bring the knee up, kick out, keep the kick low, in and down. Then the other side, knee, kick, in and down. So little kicks. You can keep the kicks close to the ground. We don't need to be doing the splits in the air. Make sure you have your balance as you kick, keeping the core nice and tight. Take your time, get your balance on that standing foot. Let's do one more each side. And now stabilize on that left foot, heel and toe on the left. Right heel forward, toes back. Heel forward, toes back. Same thing on the opposite side. So we'll stabilize on the right. Left heel comes forward, left toe is back. And release right up into calf raises. So come up on the toes for 10 and down, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 10. A little hinge at the waist, push the butt back and kick the butt. Bring the heels up to the butt. When we have this, make sure you shift your weight, and we really want to bring the heel all the way up as close to the butt as you can get it. Then drive the elbows back. One more each side, then we're going to move it. So move it forward, 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 and then spin around. Now, if you have more space than me, you can walk it forward more. We want to kick the butt as you turn around and then back forward. Make sure you change direction. So I'm turning to the right when I'm up, and then I'll turn to the left when I'm back, or vice versa. Let's pause it to the center. And then 2 on the right and 2 on the left. 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Hopefully your heart rate's getting up a little bit. Two more right, 2 more left, then back to singles, 1 and 1. And release. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And we'll take those 2 lateral steps. So I'm going to take 2 steps to the right and 2 to the left. 2 to the right and 2 to the left. The key is you want to make sure that your feet stay parallel. So a lot of people turn their foot out. So we want to make sure you're pressing out through the heel. The feet stay parallel. When you have this, to keep that heart rate up, we can swing the arms forward. Two more right and 2 more left. Now back to center. We're going to get into those knees. So front knees, arms come overhead, and we are going to balance here on one leg as we drive one knee up and down, then the other side, up and down. We want to keep the core nice and tight. The higher the hands, the higher the heart rate. Here we want to focus on balance. Make sure you're pressing through that standing foot, pressing through the heel, but the toes are down too. Make sure you always have a soft, natural bend in that standing knee. 1 more each side. And 10 more calf raises. So up on the toes and down, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 10. Grab a chair and your weights. We do not need the weights yet. We are going to use the chair just for balance here. So we are going to start off. I'm going to stand to the side of that chair. I'm going to hold on with my left arm, and I'm going to balance on that left leg. A soft, natural bend in the left knee. Now I'm going to bring my right knee up to the front, around and down. That is 1. We are going to do 10 in that direction. So keep on going. 2, open up the hip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Now we will do 10 in the opposite direction. So we'll take the same leg, right leg, and bring it out to in. So nice big circle around. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we'll stay here again on that left leg. Bring the right leg forward and back. Swing it forward and back. Make sure we stand up tall. Abdomen is tight. Straight leg. 1, 2. We're going for 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Opposite side. So I'm going to move over to this side. Balance here on the right, and we'll bring the left knee up, around, and down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one in that direction. Now we'll go out to in for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. Now take that left leg forward and back for 10. Forward and back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. You can release. We're going to get right into your sit to stands. I'm just going to turn my chair so you can see a little bit better. 10 sit to stands. So we're going through twice. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. That way you can decide if you're going to do more or less for repetitions. So if you're following along with me, we are going to do 10 sit to stands. Then we are going to do 10 bicep curls. Then we are going to go into 10 shoulder presses. So the sit to stands, they can be weighted or without. The first time through, I will not use my weights. So you can follow along. If you can do more of one exercise and not as many as another, you might want to bump one number up, one number down, however you need to do it to make it work for you. Again, we're going through twice, so that'll be 20 total reps of everything. So nothing too crazy. Be mindful of that form. So those sit to stands, feet are about hip width distance apart or a little wider. Break at the hips, push the butt back, weight is in the heels, chest is up, butt goes back as you come down, tap, and then come back on up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we will grab our weights, palms forward with those bicep curls. If 10 is too many with the weight that you have, you can always alternate and do one at a time to do less, whatever you need. We want to feel those biceps working. We want to press through both heels evenly, soft bend in the knee, shoulders down, palms are forward, curl up and down. That's 1. Squeeze the bicep at the top. 2. We want to be mindful of the muscle that is working. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more. And that is 10. For your shoulder presses today, we are going to sit down. Seated shoulder presses. Weights will be up by the shoulders. Make sure the elbows aren't up, the elbows are down, abdomen is tight. Palms will be in. Then we are going to press straight up and down. That's 1. 2, keep your core tight. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And that's 10. You can release the weights down. Take a second, shake out the arms. We are going to do that one more time through. So now we went through it once. We know what we're doing. We know how we're feeling with the weights that we have today. So be mindful. It's important to know when to challenge yourself and when to pull back. So that form needs to be perfect. So do not add any more repetitions if you get sloppy or if your form is not perfect. And we want to make sure that we want to slow it down and have that control. So if we start going too fast, I'd rather have you, and do more reps going too fast, I'd rather have you slow it down and really focus on that control. You'll get a much better workout if you slow it down and have that control. So one last time through, we're going to get into 10 sit to stands. This time I'm going to hold my weights with me. You do not have to. That's up to you. I'm going to hold them right up in front of the shoulders. Elbows are down. I'm bracing my core and we're going for 10. So stand up and down. That's 1. 2. That's 3. 4. Brace the core. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. That's 10. Now we are going to stand on up, palms forward, bicep curl for 10. Shoulders down. Let's curl up, squeeze the bicep, and down. That's 1. Make sure you keep your wrist nice and straight. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. That's 10. You can release. We are going to sit back down, back to your shoulders, chest is up, sit up tall, drop the shoulder blades down towards your back pockets, squeeze the abdomen, and press straight up and down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, and that is 10. You can release the weights down. Stand on up. We are done with the chair. I'd like you to grab some water. We are going to make our way down to the floor, but my heart rate is up. I don't know if your heart rates are up, so make sure you bring your heart rate down a little bit before you come down to the floor. Grab some water, take your time. When you are ready, you can come down to the floor on your back. And while you're making your way down, I'm gonna stay up and I'm just going to explain to you what we're doing next. So take your time, no rush to get down to the floor. So we're going to get into another set of 3 exercises, 10 bridges, 10 chest presses, and 10 skull crushers. So we'll go through those 3 twice. So again, if one of those exercises is a little bit easier than the others, you can do more reps on one, less reps on the other, and take your time. We really want to focus on slowing it down and having that control. If you bust through and you go too fast because you want to get an extra 2 in, you're actually doing yourself a disservice because you're using more momentum than the muscles, than the strength. So what you want to do is if you slow it down, and even if you did less but slower, you'd actually get a better workout. So be mindful of that control aspect. You really want to focus on squeezing with that proper form slow. And then if you can go and do a couple extra reps with a slower form, then that's A+. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. A+. Okay, so come on down on your back. We're going to start off with 10 bridges. Talk you through first. If you want to use the weights at first, you can. I'm not going to this time through. If you're comfortable and you want to put them on your hips, go right ahead. This time I will not. So your feet are going to be about hip width distance apart or a little wider. When you're here, you want to press that low back down to the floor. So you really want to press down and your pubic bone comes up towards your heart and you're squeezing the abdomen. From here, you're pressing through the heels of your feet, but the toes stay down as well. Abdomen is tight as you lift the hips up. At the top, we're going to pause and then slowly lower back on down. That's 1. 2. Focus on that pelvic tilt. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. That is 10. You can release on down, but I'd like you to keep that pelvic tilt. Now grab your weights. From here, let's bring the elbows out to about 45 degrees. When the elbows are at 45 degrees, the weights are in line with the arms. So you want to make sure the weights are also at 45 degrees. Now we don't want the weights on our chest. We want the wrist in line with your elbow. When you're here, you want to squeeze the back as we press up towards the ceiling. And when our arms are up, we have shoulder, elbow, wrist all in a line. Then come back down, bend the elbows, and elbows tap down towards the floor. Press back up, that's 2. 3. 4, control up and control down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can release down, and then we will get right into 10 skull crushers. So here the elbows will be in as we press overhead. So shoulders down, palms facing each other, bending at the elbow, bringing the weights down next to the head, but the elbows are up towards the ceiling. So bring the elbows back a bit, pelvic tilt, press on up, squeeze the tricep at the top. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. That's 10. You can release. Take a second. You can pull both knees in towards your chest if you'd like to relax here for a second. We will go through those 3 exercises one more time. With the bridge, if you would like to add weight, you can just place your weights right on the hips, right on the hip bones. But we want to make sure that we hold on to the weights. We don't want to just let them rest there. Hold on to the weights, pressing through the heel, pelvic tilt, abdomen is tight, lift up and squeeze at the top, and slowly lower down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. That's 10. You can release, grab your weights, elbows out at 45 degrees. Wrist is in line with the elbow, abdomen is tight, straight wrist, shoulders down, squeeze the lats as you press up. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. You can release. And now we are going to get into your last set of 10 for skull crushers. Palms facing each other, shoulders are down, bending at the elbow, pelvic tilt. Elbows stay up, pointed towards the ceiling as we press up, squeeze at the top, and back down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9, and 10. You can release on down. We are done with the weights today, so you can push the weights aside. And we are going to flip on over. I'm just going to get my timer. So flip over to your stomach. And on your stomach, you can push back into child's pose. We can relax here. Butt is down on the heels. Extend those arms long. So from here, I'm going to explain what we are going to do. We are going to do 3 exercises, 2 minutes. So there's actually 4, 2 sides. We are going to start off with your low plank. So forearms will be parallel, abdomen is tight, back is flat, shoulders down. Right away, after that low plank, we are going to get into our Superman. So I'm going to have a running time. Every exercise is for 30 seconds. After that Superman for 30 seconds, we'll come back on up and back into that static hold bird dog, and we'll do 30 seconds aside. So those 3 exercises, again, I'm going to have a running time. So it'll be 2 minutes of constant movement. So think quicker transitions, but everything's a little bit of a pause when you get into that position. So again, we're going to start off with that low plank, then down for your Superman, and then a static hold bird dog, 30 seconds per side. Then I'll tell you, we're going to do something similar. We'll go through after. So 2 minutes. So follow along. We're starting off with that low plank. In 3, 2, 1, let's hold. So low plank, 30 seconds. Forearms are parallel. Elbows in line with shoulders. Back is flat. Hips and shoulders are square. We have 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and come right on down into that Superman. So arms are long, and you can come up and squeeze and down. You can alternate with that Superman. You can hold with that Superman, whatever you need. We have 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and right up into that static hold bird dog. So right arm forward, left leg back. Right palm is face in. Left foot is flexed. Left wrist is in line with that left shoulder. Abdomen is nice and tight. And other side. Right away. We have 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. You can push on back into child's pose. Push your butt back over your heels and relax. So we're going to do that one more time before we stretch. So take your time here. I'm sitting up so I can talk to you. But if you want to hold in that child's pose, whatever you need. So same thing again. So again, a fluid motion. This time through, we are still going to stick with the 30 seconds. With your plank, you can do another low plank for 30 seconds. But if you choose to challenge yourself, we can do a high plank for 30 seconds instead. So either one is fine. When you come down to that Superman, we know to modify however you need to. You can do a static hold, you can alternate sides, whatever you need to for those 30 seconds. But when we come up into that dynamic bird dog, I would like you to start with that opposite side first. So the first time through, we did right arm forward, left leg back. So the second time through, let's stick with the left arm forward, right leg back. If you're thinking too much and you get all caught up, don't worry about it. But so that'll be we'll do it one more time. The only difference will be the plank. So you can do a low or a high plank this time. Same thing, 2 minutes, 30 seconds per exercise with that running time. So let's take another couple seconds to have a break here. Catch your breath. After this, we will stretch. So we have 2 more minutes of that running time, 30 seconds per exercise. Starting with that plank. This time through, I'm going to demonstrate that high plank, but if you feel like staying down in that low, that is up to you. We have 30 seconds, up and hold. 30 seconds plank. So with that high plank, your wrist is in line with shoulders, abdomen is tight, squeezing the lats, pulling the belly button up towards your spine. Slow, deep breath. We have 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and Superman. Come on down. Up and squeeze and down. You can alternate. Make sure the hips stay down, or you can just go into that static hold and squeeze and hold. We have 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bird dog. Left arm forward, right leg back. This time through, you can do a dynamic bird dog. If you would like, bringing the elbow and knee to center and extending long, or you can just hold. We have 15 more seconds. Keep the core tight. 3, 2, 1, and other side right away. Again, if you did dynamic on the first side, please stick and do dynamic on the other side, or you can hold. Shoulders down. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. You can release, push back into child's pose. Push your butt back over your heels. And breathe. Try to get your butt as far down onto the heels as possible. From there, we want to inch the hands forward, but we want to keep the butt down. From here, keeping the shoulders square, we want to walk the hands over to the left, just enough so where you feel this down the right side of the back. So butt is down on the heels. And walk your hands to the right. Back to center. Tabletop position and cat-cow. So let's get into those hands and knees. Tuck your chin, arch the back and pause. Then lift the chin, sway the back and pause. And I'd like you to come down flat on your stomach. Bring the elbows back next to the chest. Hips stay down, chest comes up into that cobra. And release down, push back into child's pose. Try to get a little deeper this time in that child's pose. And release. Come down flat on your stomach. Then when you're on your stomach, you can roll over to the right side. Make a straight line with your body on the right. Then reach for that left ankle, pull the left heel back towards your butt for your quad stretch. Try to push your hips forward and bring the knee down. If you would like to increase this stretch, you can roll forward. Head is down on the hand. And release. Roll over to your left. I'm going to spin around so I can face you. On your left, same thing. Straight line with your body first. Then when you're ready, pull that right heel back towards your butt for your quadricep stretch. And if you need to increase this stretch, you can roll forward. Don't follow me, I'm putting my mic back in my pocket. You can roll forward. Head down on your hand. And release. Roll onto your back. Bend both knees, arms out at shoulder height. Drop the knees to the right, head goes to the left, and hold. And knees to the left, head to the right, and hold. Back to center. Cross your right ankle over left knee. Let the right knee fall open to the right. Then reach behind the left knee, pull the left knee in towards your chest. Release, other side. Cross the left ankle over right knee. When you are ready, reach behind that right knee and pull the right knee in towards your chest. And release. Extend both legs long, both arms long overhead, full body stretch. Then pull your right knee in towards your chest. Hug the right knee in. Circle your right foot in one direction. And same foot, opposite direction. Release. Hamstring stretch on the right, so kick that right foot up towards the ceiling, pull back on that straight right leg, press out through the heel. We want to feel it down the back of that leg, maybe a little in the calf. And release, bend that knee, kick that right leg out. Now pull the left knee in towards your chest. Hug the left knee in and circle the left foot in one direction. Same foot, opposite direction. And release. Now kick that left foot up towards the ceiling. Hamstring stretch on this side. Straight leg, pull that straight leg towards your chest. And release. Pull both knees in towards your chest. Rock side to side. And take your time, make your way all the way up to standing. So no rush, take your time. You can flip over to your stomach if that's easier to stand. Just watch out for your weights if they are still on the floor. When you are standing, make sure you have a soft bend in the knee, shoulders are down, abdomen is tight. Then just start rolling the shoulders back. Two more. And bring your arms out at shoulder height. This time, turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Look up, push your thumbs back. And release. Take that right arm, drop the right shoulder, bring the right arm across the body, pull it in with the left. Same thing on the opposite side. And let's release. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Two more. Last one. Good job today. We made it, I think. From my end, it looked good.